Today we're going over the axle that we got. Like I said, this is a custom measurement. We're going to measure from this end coming on, just so that if you guys ever have to make this cut. And we're coming down to 57 inches on there. And if we measure from the outside to outside, we get right at 73 inches. So that's going to be the measurement on that. For these, we're doing a 5,000 pound axle, which will support between the 5,000 and 7,000. But that's what setup it is. These have been welded and sprayed. And the setup of this is pretty common on any other trailer. We're just going to bolt them up, put on the bearings and the backings, the brakes and everything, and then mount it up. And we've got this completely put together now, as you can tell. We've got all the bolts on the back side. We've got it labeled on this one here for our right hand. We've got the 8 lug on, and we've got our caps on. I've already tightened these down and everything. If you're not familiar with how to put this together, there are a lot of good videos already on YouTube. I'm not going to go over all those steps just because there are so many videos. The next thing we got is our rims, and we got our stems put in. Our tires should be here in a day or two, and that's probably where the video is going to pick up next. I have already tried the hub to make sure that the hub fits these, even though they were sized appropriately, but I did check it. I'm probably going to put the rims back on the hubs just so I can roll it to the corner for now. So we're going over the axle, trying to swap it out, and I want to show you one of the reasons why I wanted to go ahead and swap this out. This is my breaker bar that has sheared in half when I was trying to get the lug nuts off of the trailer. When trying to spin those off, that's how tight they are. This is one of the reasons I just wanted to go with a regular standard trailer axle and equipment, is just so we don't run this type of issue on the road. What I'm going to end up doing is taking my cut-off blade, and I'm just going to cut the parts off. And before I go ahead and pop the last, I want to show you guys how I've got this set up for my stability so this doesn't fall on me. I've got this strap attached in. Obviously it's a little loose right now. I've got that attached to an anchor point so that the trailer doesn't move left to right. I've also got the rear stance down. I've got 2 high lift jacks on each side, and those are using those mounting points to hold that weight off the ground. And then I've got my front part up. All I'm doing right now is just cutting off of the actual spring, and then I will go back in and actually roll them out later. All right, at this point, we're gonna take off the last of the handbrakes, just so that that's out of the way. We'll lift the front by jacking up the, I can't remember the name of it right now. And then basically continue rolling this up where we have enough room to get out. Going over some of the parts that you're gonna have to get. We did get one of the standard packets for the U-bolts. They weren't big enough or wide enough, so I actually had to end up running back up and getting the regular bolts. These are 1/2 by 13 by 9, and we're gonna end up using these along with some of the 3-hole plates. These are a little bit wider and kind of can help me get around that axle and the spring setup. So I'm going to go and get that compiled, put together, and I'll get some videos of that. And we've got the axle on now. We're just waiting for our wheels to come in from FedEx tomorrow. We'll be able to add those on. As you can see, the ride height, it will come up a little bit here. I'm going to get up underneath and kind of show you what it looks like up underneath while it's clean. So when that wheel gets on, you'll see we'll have about 1 inch of spacing, if not maybe a little bit more. We will be running power brakes. As you can see, the wire for that, we'll end up getting that ran. Still got to pull out the emergency brake that was for the old one that's no longer being used. And this wire I've still got to tuck up. And from my last video, you remember us doing the wiring job. Still a little bit of cleanup work on that, and we're going to clean up some of this rust, get some paint on it, and clean this all up.